Mike Richmond from Richmond Event Management. I am the event manager of Bristol Harbour Festival. Personally, I've worked on it since I was a local government officer, really, so it's probably about 22 years, 23 years now. I've either been involved in it one way or another, or I've organised it in full, and that's probably been for the last 5 or 6 years I've done it all. With it being in an urban environment, the site is about 3 miles long from one end to the other, all within a harbour that ordinarily day to day is car parks, National Bank HQs, marinas, museums and so on. So we end up with a 7-day build and a 2-day out. So this is the Sunday at the Harbour Festival. Tonight we need to clear most of this so that Monday morning's rush hour can get in. And that's a lot of traffic, it's a lot of businesses, it's a hell of a lot of stakeholders. Part of the gift of organising an event in such a complex urban environment for a local authority is that stakeholder management. And we get a lot of support from the businesses because at this event, huge maritime event with culture and music and arts everywhere over this 3-mile stretch. We need the people that are here 365 days a year to help us out. So it's a huge part of it, and we'll start the D-rig in about 3 or 4 hours, and hopefully they can all get to work the next day. With all most cities, it's in constant state of development, so is the harbour here. We've had lots of challenges this year with temporary bridges, metro bus systems being built in the city, a whole range of infrastructure changes. We've got a temporary bridge over the main harbour that we've had to turn into a one-way system. We're having to use new sections of land which are not protected by public rights of way. So we've really had to, in order to get people safely around this site in the numbers, 250,000 people over the weekend, we've really had to look at how we logistically plan that. And so far so good. It's really worked with the support of all the agencies and the security providers, the crowd management suppliers, the safety guys. We're really chuffed that we've made it work because, hand on heart, you don't really know till you open with that volume of people, and I'm really chuffed that it did. In terms of site changes, we moved our main music stage from a beautiful Georgian square called Queen Square into a purpose-built venue called the Lloyd's Amphitheatre. So our main music stage moved to there, and we took the dance element of the event, funded by the Arts Council, into that Georgian square, and it's made a massive difference to audience profile, drinking, activity, antisocial behaviour, the threats of all urban events. It's taken some of those and diluted them to a point where our premises licences we've had this year have all been adhered to, and we've managed to sweep those sites at 10 o'clock at night really quickly, which has allowed us to clean the place better. So there's all sorts of knock-on effects from conditions of licence, and I'm glad to say that all the authorities are happy with what we've done. Bristol has a tradition of public free events. This is another one. In hard times, there's no more money for this event. In fact, over the 5 years we've had the contracts, there's never been any more money. Even though costs go up, there's no more money. So we have to generate that revenue, and that allows us then to, through bars, concessions, traders, sponsors, exhibitors, REM generate the additional revenue. Upwards of 250 grand is generated by us. That's then put into arts programming, cultural activity, and at least 30-40% of that goes direct to programming. So that means that we've got a balance between generation of revenue, a subsidy from the council, and that gets funding for the massive amount of cultural activity that's at this show. I mean, you can probably see in the background there's a helter-skelter and a big wheel. Paying rent to be here. Some would say they don't like them. I think they're fine, and the kids love them. But what that doing behind us is probably funding the stage that's just down there, called the Thekla stage, with 60 local bands playing on there, under Ryder, under best production they've ever played on, in front of the biggest audience they've ever played on. So, that's how you get that balance. You've got to give and take, and that's the model here. And as pressure comes on the local authority to make cuts, we have to say that the model can still sustain the event. So we're generating a huge amount of revenue that goes directly into programming. We have a fleet of 250 vessels that turn up in this harbour that aren't ordinarily here. supported by the harbour staff. Like most maritime events, it's key that you have support of the harbour staff. And we've done a number of tall ships events in Portsmouth, Greenock, Hartlepool, around the country. And the most important person on any maritime event is the harbour master or the port authority. We start talking to him tomorrow effectively about next year, especially in Bristol, because we have to lock everybody in and lock everybody out. Same in Liverpool when we work in Liverpool for the Mersey River Festival. It's all about dealing with the harbour master. And that's a specialist need. There's not many event management companies that know how to deal with harbour masters. We do, from our experience on working on some of the biggest tall ships in the Festival of the Seas and this event for the best part of 20 years. A happy harbour master is a happy festival. This event's unique, really, because it's different in its offer. It's that balance between creating something on the water and creating something on the land. And the land here is all over the city centre, and that's really unusual. You get a lot of harbours that have got public urban spaces next to them. We've got quaysides and walkways and so on. So we got a challenge on when we're building. We're on D-Rig tonight, and then we've got other shows out tomorrow. I'm going to Bournemouth myself tomorrow, and there's already the build crew up in Liverpool doing the Liverpool International Music Festival build. We are doing a World Yoga Festival in 2 weeks' time in Beale Park near Pangbourne. So the summer, really, this is one of our big ones in the summer. And before you know it, we'll be back on Ashton Court Estate in Bristol doing the International Balloon Fiesta. So the next few weeks, and actually beyond that into September, we're right at the heart of it now, and any event manager knows this is feast or famine. This is the season where you don't go home much. You need a lot of washing done, and you have 2 bags. 1 bag with dirties, 1 bag with cleans. Pick the clean one up. Never forget to pick the clean one up, not the dirty one. And we've all done that. So the boots are worn out and our vis is dirty already.